Now that we've talked about the elements of PEAR in a broad sense, we're going to learn a bit more information about the specific factors to help you as you complete your aircraft design. You'll notice that we won't discuss everything. We'll only focus on information I believe will be pertinent to you, with the goal of ensuring you'll be able to express how design decisions could affect personnel operating the aircraft or performing maintenance actions. We'll start with the P in PEAR, people. We talked about a lot of different things relating to people, but right now I want to focus on the basic physical limitations, or abilities including size, shape, flexibility or range of motion, and strength of people. When we talk about those limitations or abilities, we refer to a field of study called Anthropometrics, which is the study of measurement of the physical dimensions of man, the range of motions of his articulations, and the forces which he may exert. Simply stated, this focuses on measurements of the human body as it relates to population. Essentially, how do people vary? Basically, what we've found is that most human body dimensions conform to normal distribution, with a large number of people being average, if you will. When we talk about anthropometrics, we generally talk about percentiles. Percentile means that n% of people are smaller, shorter, or weaker than the nth percentile. In general, we try to design to accommodate as many people as possible. Often designers will ensure that they accommodate the 5th to the 95th percentile or the 3rd to the 97th percentile within a population. Sometimes we can accommodate a greater range. For example, if we're designing a door, it's definitely possible to ensure that the height will allow most people to pass through the door without ducking by making it taller than most people. Now that you know how people vary, let's look at a good example of how your design decisions can have an impact. Have you seen inside a wing fuel tank? Basically, fuel cell repair involves a technician entering the tank wearing protective gear and a respirator. In the case of fuel bladders, the technician must enter the fuel cell and remove quite a bit of wing structure prior to removing the bladder. If there's no bladder, the technician must crawl into the fuel cell and scrape the damaged or cracked PRC, which is kind of a rubber compound, off and then reapply the PRC. The fuel cell's interior is often a maze of confined structure that technicians have to crawl and squeeze their way through. But let's take a look at a more simple problem of who can get in. Let's say that the fuel cell entry hatch is 48 centimeters by 35 centimeters, such as it is on the CF-18. How can we determine what percentage of people can get in? Go to the next page to step through this example with me.